Hello, it's your internet cartoon hyena JCal Arts here. Before I start the video, I would like to thank all who've been watching and supporting my videos. The Lunatics Unleashed redesign series did extremely well, and so I just want to thank you. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. So now on to the actual video. So in today's video, I'll be basically designing my own version of the main character of Static Shock, Virgil Hawkins. Static Shock is a superhero cartoon that began its run in 2000 and ended in 2004. And so far, officially, there are only 4 seasons of the show. And there's been rumors that HBO is planning a revival of this show. So that's what's inspired me to do this redesign. And before I get deep into the redesign process, put Virgil Hawkins in multiverses. Now, my experience with Static Shock admittedly is limited. I haven't read any of the comics surrounding Static Shock, admittedly, because I'm not really big into comics, largely because I'm very cheap. But anyway, I've also not watched the original show during its rerun because at that point I would have been a toddler, and even if I did, I wouldn't remember. But I did remember during middle school and 5th grade, basically watching reruns here and there of certain episodes and really enjoying the show, but that's about as far as my exposure and experience with Static Shock and Virgil Hawkins goes. Now, I want to make it clear that I don't think Virgil Hawkins' design is bad at all. I think he's a really cool looking character, and so I just want to make sure that no one thinks I'm coming at this with ill intent. I'm just basically putting my own original spin when it comes to his superhero costume, and even in terms of his, superpowers and everything. And so this is more so just a creative exercise, if anything. So in my version of Static Shock, I have his electromagnetic powers come from the Thunderstone you see me drawing that he wears around his neck, instead of a biochemical gas that was spilled on him that mutated him to have these powers. The Thunderstone came in light of 2 different things I was inspired by. The first being the graphic novel series Amulet, and for those who don't know, I'm a massive fan. I've drawn the main character Emily Hayes on this channel in various speed paint videos over and over and over again. So yeah, a geeky kids comic that I've been a fan of for years. The second and more important inspiration for the Thunderstone idea comes from West African culture, particularly Yoruban culture and the Orisha pantheon. For those who are unaware, the Yoruba people are indigenous to West Africa and mostly situated in Nigeria, if I remember correctly. And within their culture, they worship a pantheon of gods they refer to as Orishas. And one of the Orishas is Shango. Shango is the Orisha of thunder, fire, ironworks, and probably other things I'm sadly not remembering in this recording. And basically in that region, lightning that hits rocks or stones are worshipped and venerated and ritualized because it is believed that that's Shango casting judgment on Earth. And this is really the important inspiration that comes with this Thunderstone change with my redesign of Virgil Hawkins. In my revised origin story for Virgil Hawkins, he goes on a family vacation trip to Nigeria. While on vacation, he ends up finding a stone on the beaches of Nigeria and decides to make a necklace out of it and take it back home to America with him. Little does he know that necklace was struck by the thunder god himself, Shango. And so when he returns back to America during his sleep, Shango imbues him with some of his powers to control lightning. And then he wakes up one day in a freak accident, basically realizing that he ends up having thunder powers. The West African influences don't stop at his superpowers. They also influence his new superhero outfit here. And his superhero outfit is based off this painting that I'm going to show on screen that was created by Jabu Art, a fellow Black artist. And this is a picture of Mansa Musa, king of the Mali Empire that was in West Africa during the 14th century. And Mansa Musa is also considered to be the richest man in history. If you've been paying attention, on the left side of my canvas, I have this red symbol here. And this red symbol, from my research, is the symbol associated with Shango and those who practice Orisha worship. Now, if I am wrong, please correct me in the comment section, particularly if you're more experienced with European and Haitian voodoo. But from my research, I ended up pulling on the term veve, and veve essentially are markings that voodoo worshippers use to invite Iwas or their presence. And again, I could be completely wrong here, so any Haitian voodoo practitioners or people who worship the Orisha pantheon still, I'm open to being critiqued or taught appropriately, but this is just what I come from my research, and essentially this is just a symbol I've put in some of the places in Virgil's outfit here, particularly on the higher end of his boots and on his gloves. I kept Virgil's color palette the same: blue, yellow, black, and white, with red being sneaked in there to represent Shango, who's associated with the color red, and the yellow being more of a golden yellow to represent the abundance of gold in West Africa. And he wears a blue veil in inspiration of the Tuareg men, who are known to wear blue veils. So I added West African and Haitian influences in this redesign because African culture is very underrepresented, and so here's my attempts of representing it, especially with Kwanzaa around the corner. And so that'll be the end of the commentary for me. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Do your cartoon hyena a favor and like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time.